Do you remember that? Do you remember that? That was so good.
Yeah, oh, I fucking.
That
of
was
course I
so
remember.
good.
That's one of my favorite memories of Ren Fair ever.
Yeah, we went to Ren Fair and like this fucking guy, this bard. I was sitting there for at least like 30 minutes. Just like I had a beer. I was sitting there. I was pretty fucking fucked up already. I was like really drunk, and I was sitting there talking to this bard, and he was playing me a song. He was playing one of his original songs, and
We should tell the story after we do the intro.
we could do the intro after we finish the story. We just
Or
start.
we can do the intro and then just go straight into
Right
the
now
story.
we're
Welcome
doing
to
the
the Barley
episodes.
Roast. I'm Philip Morgan.
I'm Lee Fabian.
I'm Damien Coleman.
So, this bard was sitting there with me for
Welcome
about
to
30 minutes.
mid-story. Just kidding.
And you know, he's playing me a song. I asked him if he could have some beer. He couldn't have any beer, so I gave him some water. I had a bottle of water in my pocket because I had brought like half a case of water with me because I knew I was gonna need some. And he was like, "Yeah, I would love some water, especially with me singing. Like I would love some water, but you have to pour it in my cup." I poured it in his cup, his like time current cup. And he came over and he was just like singing and doing whatever. And my buddy Brandon came over, and he was wearing the Pick of Destiny on his neck.
Really?
He was wearing
What?
a necklace that was Pick of Destiny and he would light up. And he was like, I know that, and just started. I
I know, like
I think you
we
guys
were talking
I
to him
think-
for a little bit before then. Like
I
he
think you guys
pointed
have
it
told
out.
me this
And
before.
he was like he was really liking like our dynamic, and
Yeah.
ultimately he just started playing Classico,
it was
not
when we were-
Classico,
No, it was
Master Exploder.
It was when we were about to leave. We were like, all right, well, we're gonna go see some of the events, and he goes, all right, well, on that note, I'm gonna play you guys out a song to that, and points at Brandon's pick, and it's Master Exploder, and he's just like, and we all just
That is-
fucking break into singing.
Like the whole bar stopped. I think
Yeah.
we talked about it shortly after we one of the episodes last year. We talked about it.
Yeah, like shortly after it happened. Yeah, we.
But,
we
like,
Yeah, I was
definitely
about to say,
talked
because
about it,
I remember you guys
Fucking
talking
dude,
about
like,
this.
Everyone stopped. They pulled up their phones.
Yeah, I
they
like
were
hearing about
recording
it, but-
us, and we
Yeah,
were just
and
like,
it was just the one
"We
guy
did
just going
not mean
crazy.
to blow your mind. But
And just
that's
like
your
the 5 or
fucking-"
6 of us just screaming Master Exploder while he played the guitar.
That is
And he was
amazing.
like, "I'm gonna get in a lot of trouble. See you guys later."
And he did get in a lot of trouble.
He did get in a lot of trouble.
Like, as
But
soon as we all
loved it.
left, like, we
I
ran
gave
into
him-
him later. He's
I
like,
handed-
yeah, I did get in a
I
lot of
handed him
trouble.
fucking $10. I
It
was
was
like, bro,
worth it.
I was like, bro,
Yeah.
thanks for playing. Like this seems like very thankless. Like you're just coming up playing songs for people. Like here's $10. Like
Yeah.
thank you. Like I know you're not getting paid shit to do this.
Thanks.
Like that. It was awesome. It was
Yeah.
so good.
Easily.
Today
Yeah, what
we
are
are
we
drinking
This big
a-
old bottle.
courtesy of my D&D buddy Adam, who brought this to me.
Shout out
Yeah, shout out to
to
Adam.
Adam.
Thank you, man. Thank you. This is
Appreciate it. This
yeah,
is a fucking
yeah.
great beer. I had this beer last year when they just made, or not last year, year before.
With their earlier barrels.
Yeah, it was the first time they ever made it. I had one of their bottles, and
I mean, it smells so.
It's-
Dude, great bottle.
it's a lot.
super-
There's a lot going on in that beer. So it's
really
it's a
coffee
barrel aged
flavored.
Maple
bourbon.
syrup,
Yeah, you can
Yeah,
smell the maple.
coffee,
Like you literally just smell the top half of your beer. It just smells like maple.
11%.
Yeah, it's
11%, guys.
it's the barrel aged
heavy.
version of one of their morning stouts, which was already like a pretty high end
Already.
beer and like in
Very
good
hefty.
demand.
It was a
And
very
they're just like,
heavy
hey,
beer.
we're taking this beer and we're gonna barrel age it, and they put out like a really small batch of it. Oh my god! Oh my god!
I'm
Everyone went
excited.
crazy.
I'm excited. I'm very excited.
Thank
Mic
you
is
for
far away
giving
from
us
me.
this.
Yeah, thank you so much for
Alright,
all of that.
What,
That's
what are we
your-
doing?
an
Just
absolute...
what are we doing? Just bragging
You're
about
a
it.
fucking
Let's,
legend.
No,
Talking-
Adam's awesome. Adam's awesome. Me and him sit there like I'll
Talking
bring him beers during while we're playing
Holy.
D&D. It's super mapley smelly.
Yeah.
Super
maple and coffee.
Yeah, coffee is
You know
like
what I
that
mean?
afternoon.
More- definitely
the
more
initial smell
maple.
Oh,
is
it's
just
100% more maple. Yeah,
initial smell is that total maple.
but the end of it is coffee. The end of the smell.
Wow. Oh my god, that's smooth. Oh my god, that's good.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Oh my!
Right?
Is that even
There's
a
a
beer?
reason why it's so expensive.
Tastes like a.
It's a meal.
That's a meal.
It's a meal. It's like it just had like a full course of dessert with just one sip.
Yeah, it's a lot of
Okay.
coffee, a lot of maple,
A lot
and
of
like
it.
the bourbon You
And
can't
it's not
really
even like-
taste the
it's not even
bourbon.
like
It just
flavored
kind of
Bourbon
coffee.
is the bourbon is like mixed in with
It's such a-
everything
it's
else.
such like an
It's
aftertone.
there.
Yeah, it kind of like enhances the coffee and the maple in this
yes.
one. Like, it's not too much aging to where it's the only thing you can taste.
No, and it's not like the Dragon's Milk that was made barrel aged, where it's like bourbon right off the fucking
No,
bat.
bourbon, if it's straight up bourbon.
This is like got such a sweet, smooth initial taste into that like bitter coffee to like the flat tones of your whiskey and your bourbon. It's like
And it's just like
it's such a very even blend that it's very well done.
yeah, and like even like on the finish, like it's been like a good few seconds since we tasted it. Like it's still on my tongue exactly how.
still-
the
Yeah,
flavor
exactly.
is.
No,
like,
it's still-
like bourbon aged pancakes.
Yeah,
It really
and
is.
It's like
Pancakes.
it's a really fucking good blend of
is
all
breakfast.
the flavors, and it lasts. Like it lingers for a good while, so like you don't need to keep
This-
drinking it to taste
This
it.
would be a very good breakfast beer.
Oh yeah, hands down, this is a breakfast beer.
100%.
Yeah.
I mean, it's 11% alcohol by volume, so you're gonna get fucked up right off the bat.
right when you
It's
get
like-
up, you know.
That's like St.
Especially
Patty's
since
Day. St.
they-
Patty's Day is coming up pretty soon here. That's the breakfast beer. You have that with
Yeah.
some fucking eggs and some pancakes and some vitamins because you need them
yeah.
vitamins.
Oh,
you
yeah.
need the vitamins.
Yeah, you
you
will.
need the
How about you have the
survive.
vitamins first, and then take your breakfast, and then drink that after? Because like that's death. If you drink a whole one of those, oh, you're gonna be fucked up.
This is it,
Yeah.
dude.
No, like
This is all you're drinking.
You're gonna be sick. You're gonna be sick.
slow sip it.
Feel
for,
the
like,
music is
The
what the
morning
cap
wood
said.
also
I love how
never
they always
indicates
do
this way you
something
drink
where
this
they
in the
like say
morning.
something on their cap
Yeah.
lids. It's
What is
it's
this-
fucking-
what does this
it
one
says,
say?
Feel the music.
Feel the music.
on the
Yeah,
inside of the
cool.
cap. Yeah.
Funky Buddha. I went down to Funky Buddha and hung out with my buddy Joe recently.
They do a lot of cool things there.
He was in town. He was home on leave from the SEALs. Dude, that man's crazy. He was telling me some stories about how like they had like a 3-day thing where they were rowing to like different islands and like didn't just get their ass beat, and then like they'd row to another island and get their ass beat, and like they only were on
Wait,
the-
so they rode to this island.
They
got out of a boat.
paddled. They paddled
They
to
paddled
the
down
island.
and they got out of a boat and people came up and they just beat
No,
them
no,
up.
no, 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 no,
okay.
no.
It's
It's
like
like
training,
they got
like-
to the island and then they had to do like
I was more so kidding.
a
Really.
whole bunch of stupid shit, like go
Yeah, it's just
run
just
5 miles in the water.
Very strenuous
Yeah.
training.
Stupid shit. But anyway, they
I mean,
were
that's what
running
they
on
gotta do. They
like
gotta be peak
an
physical
hour of
condition
sleep between the 4 days, like an hour of sleep total.
between each day. So like,
No,
oh.
total.
Yeah.
Total time. And they were
1 hour.
they hadn't been really fed well, and they were starving. So during the night time when they had to like row and do like their night op missions, some of the older already went through this part of training SEALs, like got in all black and all black fucking dry bags, and they would like swim out of nowhere and pop up next to the boat and just throw food in the fucking boat and like dip out and like they were just gone. But he was telling me, he's like, I was rowing and all of a sudden we heard a splash, and I looked back and my buddy's like sitting there in fucking amazement, like he was like half asleep, he was done. All of a sudden he just was like, and there was a whole rotisserie chicken sitting in his lap, and they fucking ripped that shit apart and they
Oh,
threw
yeah,
all the
dude,
fucking
yeah,
everything in the
yeah.
fucking into the water because they didn't want to get caught with the food. They're not allowed to have it.
Yeah.
And there was another guy that rowed up, that swim up, and he was throwing cheeseburgers at them, throwing cheeseburgers at them. And the officers like turned on the light and saw like one of the guys was throwing cheeseburgers at the boat. You take that food! No! They're trying to like swim. They're like trying to paddle away from him. Like, get the fuck away! No, we don't get in fucking trouble. Get out of fucking here! And they like got up to the shore and they didn't have any trace of food in their boat. Nothing. But there was mustard all over the side of their boat.
Oh no!
So they had
you
to-
been eating that mustard?
They got
You been
the-
laying that mustard
They
up
got,
the
the,
side of
they
that
got the
boat?
boat beached. They got the boat beached and they got out and they were like, you eating that food? No sir, no sir. What's this mustard doing on the side of your boat? Get out of the water. Fucking tread water for the next 20 minutes. Like, dude, bro, you're fucking kidding me right now. And they were like, we ate a chicken. Treading water. Get back in the boat. Like, I was like, bro, you're fucking crazy. You're literally crazy. I love you. That was so like that story is like.
Dude, your military
They do
stuff,
some-
man. I can't even.
They do some ridiculous
Oh my god, my
shit.
sister
I'd never
actually.
be able to.
Oh, that's something we haven't talked about either. My sister left. No,
Oh, for the
she
military.
joined the army. She's part of 68 whiskey. 68 whiskey, yeah. Which is
So wait, she's actually part of training right now?
yeah, she's
Or
in
is it-
basic.
okay,
Yeah,
she's in basic.
yeah.
She
Alright.
graduates basic the last weekend of February.
Oh, okay. Not too
Um,
long. All right.
No. I mean, she left the week of Thanksgiving. She didn't have Thanksgiving with us. She actually had Thanksgiving on one of the military bases, and it was actually very good
Mm-hmm.
because it was before she started basic. And the next week she was starting basic.
Oh yeah, no, yeah. Once you started basic, that's it.
That's it.
It's like,
yeah. Well,
you get the shit treatment.
if you're in basic and you're in basic around Christmas time, you do get Christmas time leave. It's something that they do because you're already stateside. You were home. Go see your family. I think that's a good thing that they do. There's a
Oh,
lot of things.
definitely.
There's a lot of
Yeah.
things that I mean I support our military, 100%. Absolutely. I've got too many friends that are in the military to not support because I want to make sure they get home. Like
Mhm.
Yeah,
That's
there's all kinds of stories of like World War II. Like there was
it's just
like unofficial ceasefires on Christmas,
mm-hmm. Yeah.
where like just
there's
like-
there's that whole
it's just
Christmas,
like
man,
yeah,
it's
it's just like
Christmas.
like
There's
nobody
that whole
wanted to fight.
legitimate
Yeah,
story
freaking
where
Christmas,
they
you know?
where they're sitting there in the trenches and it's snowing and it's Christmas Eve and like you hear it was like I think a German soldier started singing Silent Night in German and the Americans understood because of the way the tone and everyone joined in on the battlefield and they all sang Silent Night.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think I've heard
there's-
something like that.
there-
About,
there
like
are-
everyone, like it's Christmas, man. Just like
Yeah, there
I mean,
there
but the
are
next
other
day was just
stories-
oh, definitely.
Total hell.
yeah.
It was Christmas Eve night, and you know the next day they were gonna go right into battle and right into fight. But it was one of those like, you guys are this is about to be really bad.
Yeah.
Like,
It's like just
The
let's just
calm
have this
before.
one moment of like humanity amidst.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there's even
Before
lots
hell breaks
lots
loose.
of fucking like little stories of people in World War II where like
There
literally
there's-
they've got that fucking dude in the sights and somebody walks up and it's just like, no, let him run. Like
Yeah.
what do you have to accomplish from this? He doesn't have a weapon. He's running away.
there was a story of there was a bugle boy that just amidst the war, like he knew like basically like playing his bugle he was giving away his like squad's position.
Oh my god, I do it all the time when I'm playing in
But
paintball.
yeah, but
You
he like
monster.
It doesn't really matter because like once I start playing the horn in paintball, it's like a literal horde comes out of the fucking woods and stomps the fuck out of the people that were going against them. It's disgusting.
Yeah.
I'm literally a bard. I'm literally a bard when playing paintball. I
But-
just have a rocket launcher and I just inspire people.
Yeah. But so like his squad had like I don't remember the exact details because this is like back in high school that I came across this story, but he like it was like a very serene moment for his squad where like they were just sitting there in silence and he just started playing his bugle and he was playing a song that was very popular in that time,
Worldwide?
especially in Germany. It was popular worldwide, but it was especially popular in Germany. And as he was playing it, his squad recounts hearing surrounding Germans singing the song to his bugling. And when he finished, they just, like, went about their business. No gunfire, no nothing. They just went about their way.
They just got out of there.
Yeah.
They were like, you know what?
Yep, that's it.
These people, thank you so much for doing this. You know
Yeah.
what? You guys don't deserve to die. You don't. I understand we're
That's
fighting a
good.
war, and you guys are in our country, and maybe what we're doing isn't the best. I mean, especially because, like, you talk about, like, World War II, and it was, in a sense, it was a sense of brainwashing. You're
Yeah.
telling these people that they have to do
Oh
this.
yeah,
because-
it's like yeah.
and
you
especially
go-
your higher ranking
go cookies over
officers.
people.
Oh, especially higher ranking officers. Those people, especially the Nazis. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh my god. You talk about just the literal science experiments they ran on fucking people because they just corralled them in a fucking cattle pen.
Well, they were also trying
Exactly,
to
it's
like
just like
bleach hair and turn eyes blue and like basically try to turn people into Aryans.
Yeah, forever. And it's not possible. Genetics
No,
doesn't work
it's
like
not.
that. Sorry.
No.
Oh, sorry. I'm really sorry. But half of the population, a good more than half the population, is some sort of mix.
Yeah.
In
yeah.
some way. My god. I
pure,
found out...
pure like people who are just like one nationality or something like that. You know, you never see anything like that ever.
I found out
anymore.
that I have a great grandma Susie Lee. This bitch is
Susie
fucking
Lee.
Japanese as fuck. Her eyes are literally, and like you could not see her eye. There's a photo. It was really cool. My mom pulled out this like photo album that was given to her, and it was a family tree, family lineage, and me and
Ancestry.com?
me and my cousin and my sister sat there
Should
and
have
were
a
flipping through
similar
it.
thing.
And we saw that, and we were like, "Oh my god, it makes so much sense that we get so fucking Asian-eyed when we start laughing." Makes sense, and we just never knew,
Yeah.
you know.
So
This bitch was straight off the fucking boat, like she didn't.
I'm pretty European all the way through.
Yeah, well, I
I,
mean, you were even raised in Europe.
Yeah, exactly.
I did a genetics test with you've heard of 23andMe, right?
Yo, did you hear about
Yes.
how like 23andMe, like there was a woman took her like cousin's or uncle's DNA, got a mouth swab, sent it in 23andMe, and it came up on a cold case for a closed murder,
No, what?
Well,
and it turned out that he murdered somebody. Yeah.
Dang, that's
I
one way to get caught.
know that. No,
That's crazy.
so they have two different tests you can take. One is just ancestry, and then the other is ancestry and health. And I did the ancestry and health.
Oh, Mr. Keaton, come here.
So
Oh, mascot.
what I thought before I did the test was that I was half Hungarian, quarter English, quarter Swedish.
You were also Black Dutch, right?
No,
You
No.
thought you were Black Dutch?
no, not
But
at
I
all.
think that was Andrew that said he was Black Dutch.
That was Andrew. I found out I'm actually closer to a third Hungarian, closer to a third English, and then the last third is a mix between
Oh.
Swedish and German. So there's a whole like 15 to 20% of German that I didn't know was in my family.
Mm-hmm.
Really?
Yeah.
It's a lot. 15 to 20%. 20%, that's a good portion of your history.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
German.
Yep.
German. And you also have people who were in the Salem trials, correct?
Yeah, that comes from the English side, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Was anyone burned at the stake?
I have iris in me, but I think that's about it.
It was
I mean, you have the tattoo and everything.
yeah,
So
that's
like,
more of a semblance. So it was the two Osborns, Sarah and James, I think.
Osborns? You're related directly to the Osborne family from
Yeah,
fucking
my mom's maiden name is Osborn.
Wow.
Like same
Wow.
family.
Eton, I know I put you
Um,
on the table, but you gotta
So
leave the microphone.
so the two of them
alone.
were hung, and then I'm also related to Giles Corey. who was
Giles
crushed
Corey.
crushed by boulders.
Yeah. Oh my
Oh
god.
wow, that's quite the way to.
His
He got rocked.
his famous dying words were as they were pouring boulders onto him, saying like, "If you confess, we'll take weight off," and his response was more weight. And, like until
What
his
a
rib
G.
cage collapsed. Just like Giles fucking Corey, spiteful to the core.
You know what?
Local, man.
I'm
He
dying.
did-
Go fuck yourself.
Yeah, I didn't give
not
you your
gonna get-
information.
I'm not even gonna give you the pleasure of thinking that I was actually a witch, you
Dude,
dumbass.
yeah, I should do that one day. I should do the ancestry test because all I know is I have some iris in me and pretty much all Britishness.
Oh
Yeah.
shit, my
So another part of that I got was I'm like 5% Balkan.
really
Balkan? What's Balkan?
Balkan?
So Balkan is just like indigenous Eastern European tribes.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like
So like close to Russia and stuff like that. Or
So
like,
Yeah,
no,
actually.
yeah,
Well,
yes,
kinda,
yes, but Balkan is literally like something out of the Bible. Ball. It was
Like
it was
the
a
demon?
false god
Like the
in the
demon from
Christian.
Diablo?
It was Baal was a false god in the Christian eyes. There was actually pretty sure a story either in Matthew where they talk about Baal. And like Baal the whichever
I
prophet.
think you're
comes-
thinking of Baal.
Is it Baal?
Baal. Yeah.
Oh.
The biblical is Baal. Baal.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's Baal, Yeah.
Not Baal.
not Baal.
Baal. Okay.
I think it
So
depends
then
on
I'm
who you're
wrong.
talking to.
I'm wrong.
Yeah.
Probably.
Because I've heard Baal.
So then, where did
And
Balkan?
Baal.
Where did Balkan originate? Why did it become Balkan?
That was. I don't know the exact history behind it, but by what I know, that was just the name for the indigenous like Eastern European tribes, like around like Slovakia and like Russia and stuff like that, like around that area. It's pretty like non-distinct.
Is it Baal? No, yeah,
I've
probably.
There's
I've always
Baal,
heard it referred to as
There's
Baal.
Baal
It could be
and there's
Baal.
Baal because I know there's also a Baal. It's like Bael. Baal.
Yeah.
And then I've had Baal.
That's
and then Baal, which is Baal.
so Bael.
Damien, you're
is,
doing really well on your beer.
Yeah, so Bael, if I remember correctly, is more in reference to the Baalim, which is a caste of demons, which
Okay.
were. It's more specifically referring to the fallen angels that became demons, if I remember correctly. I could be wrong. But anyway, yeah.
As
So
guardians.
as guardians,
As guardians.
Yes,
no,
God.
but
Or
another interesting
Whoa!
thing I found out because I
What?
did the health test was I found out why I like bitter things so much, and it's because I can't actually taste bitterness.
really?
Really, I don't know what bitterness is. I am incapable of tasting it.
I don't think that. I don't know. Is that true? I don't know if I believe that. I guess I couldn't really know because I don't have your taste buds. So
No, I didn't realize that until I saw it. Like
look at him. He's
on-
hugging my hand.
he is.
He's hugging my hand.
Keaton is hugging your hand.
Yep.
No, but like I didn't really think
missed
about
me
it until
In a
I
week.
How does have you ever had 90+% dark chocolate?
yeah.
What does that taste like to you?
Fucking
If it-
butthole. I hate it.
I mean, to me, it tastes like super bitter. But
Stupid.
Yeah,
It's like eating coffee grounds.
it is.
That's
It's
that's
bad.
You see, I would say that's what it tastes like, but I didn't know coffee was bitter until after I did the test and mentioned it to my coworkers, and they're like, "Oh, that's why you like black coffee." And I was like, "Wait, coffee's bitter?"
Okay.
I mean, I like black coffee. Like,
Yeah.
I like
I don't
black
like
coffee,
coffee
in every form.
m-
Cold,
of
hot,
any
I like
form,
black
really.
coffee.
No, so like it was
The heavier the black coffee, the better it is.
yeah. So
Oh,
It's
the
like
black
same.
are better.
God,
same. So it
It
was
better
when
be sludgy.
when I was
It
reading
better
fucking
be
good.
sluts.
when I was reading that health report and I came across like oh, you can't taste bitterness. Like I didn't start thinking about it, and I didn't I realized when I was thinking about it, I didn't know things were bitter until I was taught they were bitter. So like the only reason I knew IPAs were bitter is because I was taught that the bitterness comes from the hops.
The hops, yeah.
And when I was tasting IPAs for the first time, what I thought was bitterness after being taught that it comes from hops, I was just tasting the hops.
Wow.
Hugging his tail.
What the heck?
Yeah,
What's
he is.
happening right now?
You know, when he gets to a certain form. Look at that.
Keaton man. For mascot, everybody.
Yeah. But yeah, like I just
He's beautiful.
like so growing up, I always associated bitterness with being a lack of sweetness. I didn't know it was a completely separate thing because I've never tasted it.
That's strange. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. So that was an interesting thing I learned about myself.
That's very strange.
Which
I didn't
that's so the same test with 23andMe was how one of my coworkers found out he was colorblind, and when he mentioned that to my other coworkers, is how another coworker found out he was also colorblind.
What?
Dude,
Yeah,
yeah,
What? What kind of? So typically, I think red green is typical male color blindness.
Yeah, and that's what they both have.
Wow.
Oh my god, no! Yeah, but
Wow.
I had this professor, this college professor. She was more like a TA. She was like part of like the lab,
I'm hitting my vape.
and she was
I'm doing it.
and she was talking about how her friend found out he was colorblind through her because apparently they had a college, they had the class the whole semester. And apparently, he was like, oh, I like how blonde your hair is, and everyone around him was like, my hair's red, and he was like, what?
Wow.
So
And that's how he discovered that he was colorblind because he couldn't see her red hair.
So how it
This
happened?
whole time she thought she was blonde.
Yeah. So how it happened with my
That's
coworkers
terrible.
was they were playing Uno. And while they were playing Uno, the one that took the test, he was like, oh yeah, by the way, I'm colorblind. I can't see red and green. I found out from this test. And then the other one was giving him shit like, you can't see this green 4? And they're like, that's red.
What are
He
you
was like,
talking about,
"Fucking
man?
what?
You're kidding me.
Yeah, that's how it happened.
Dude,
Wow.
I feel like so many colorblind people, they realize they're colorblind from totally normal situations or random tests and stuff
Well, there's
What?
also a lot of the time you don't, a lot of them
don't know,
realize it
yeah.
for a long time because they just
They think that's
learn-
normal.
Yeah, they just learn the different shades or whatever.
Can you see him?
I can. Camera probably can't.
No, the camera can't. But look at his face.
He's so happy.
He's just enjoying life, living life to the fullest.
I
Yeah,
have
but
been, I have been pretty much gone for almost a week.
Yeah, yeah, he's super happy.
My
now
mom's
that you're
just been
back.
taking care of him.
But
That's crazy though, colorblindness.
Dude, but no, that's one of the things that completely baffles me is colorblind people. You can't explain a color to somebody.
yeah, and
No.
that's
That's
kind of
it.
how I related.
Try explaining something to a blind person.
Yeah.
I used to have a blind friend named Robbie. I don't know what happened.
Was he
to Robbie.
blind from birth or blind?
Blind from birth.
Yeah, no, that's
Blind from birth.
So the only way I could relate colors to a blind person is saying, there are certain colors that are considered very hot and some that are very cold, and like reds, yellows, oranges, those are considered hot colors. When you see them, you associate them with heat.
Yeah.
And then cold would be blues, greens, purple.
They don't
But
understand.
that's
a
the
blind
closest I
person's
could
not going
get.
to understand the concept of blue, green, whatever.
Yeah, I understand that, but I'm just saying, describing the color itself,
You're
this would be
describing
a
more
hot
of the
color, or
feeling
this would
of
be a
what
cold color.
the feeling of
Yeah.
what
But,
the color
that's
represents.
the only thing I could think of to help describe what each color is.
Yeah.
It's just
and
associating
I mean,
with the temperature.
shit. I was trying to explain stuff to him, and I was in fucking getting ready to go into middle school.
Oh yeah, you wouldn't have had that
Oh my god!
comprehension.
Oh my
at
god!
that
No!
time.
Dude,
oh my
I
God.
was watching-
I just recently realized comprehension half the time.
Oh my god!
Yeah.
I was I watched this YouTuber. His name is Tommy Edison. He's a completely blind guy. He's been blind from birth.
I think I've seen one or two of his videos. I think I know who you're talking about.
And
He's kind of like an older guy.
Yeah, he's an older guy. Yeah,
Yeah.
He's been a radio show host and stuff like that.
That's
and
cool.
yeah, but yeah, he's been blind from birth, and he just talks about random he just talks about he answers questions that people ask about him. And
About being
it's
blind.
it's what would be what's something that he's and it's weird because it's just a simpler way of living. He was and his question was what's something that you've always wanted to be able to do? And he's what, I'd really like to catch a baseball or something that's thrown at me and whatnot.
It's just
Yeah.
so
It's just a simple
catch
Yeah.
a football.
thing
Catch-
that but
anything,
it's something
anything
that's so
thrown.
hard for him to
They're
comprehend and stuff. And
He
so
could not do it. There's no way.
so when I was at ABC,
That's sad.
my old coworker at ABC and who was also one of my previous roommates, Skylar, not only is he colorblind as well, So like he can still see reds and greens, but he can't tell like different shades between them. So like I showed him a color wheel, and I was like, okay, like
So a lime green and like a dark green will
exactly
have
the
no
same.
difference?
He can see green, but he can't tell the different shades of green.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I showed him a color wheel, and I was like, what looks different, and what looks the same, and he was like, these look exactly the same, but I know that's green. I can see it's green. These are red, like, and he pointed out like the different shades and how they look to him. But we had one of our regulars was blind from birth, and Skylar was ringing him up one time, and Skylar just offhandedly trying to like strike up a conversation with him, just like, oh hey, how you've been? I haven't seen you in a while. And the guy just goes, I've never seen you. And like it was just a very real moment where we all just fucking broke down laughing, like the 4 or 5
Dude,
of
yeah,
us.
no, it's funny because Tommy Edison does the YouTuber. He does the exact same thing. He makes
Yeah.
so many blind jokes about himself. It's just because he's been blind from birth. He knows he doesn't know any other way or anything like that.
Yeah, like
so.
it just brings like such a level
Yeah,
of
I've
like
never-
humanism and like realism to it, where it's
Is
just
it
like,
good?
fuck, man, like you're right.
I'm blind, man. But yeah.
Yeah, but he was a cool dude. Like,
Yeah.
cause like he'd come in with like his guide dog, and like as soon as we saw him come in, like if he didn't have his assistant with him, we'd just be like, all right.
His assistant, like a person.
Yeah, which I think was his wife majority of the time. But if she
That's
wasn't
cool.
with
It's always
him,
cool to see something like that where it's like,
Dude, I
yeah,
wonder-
yeah,
I
just
wonder,
because he's
like-
blind doesn't mean you can't have.
I can't even imagine how advanced his taste buds are either.
Oh
because
god, or
Oh,
a sense
man.
of
He's blind.
smell.
Yeah, he's blind.
His, like sense
so
of hearing. Oh my god.
All his other senses are probably.
I
Yeah.
amazed somebody recently who I was like, it's just fucking paintball, like whatever, it's just paintball, but I can literally tell you the audible difference in a gun shooting 10.5 balls per second. versus a gun
10,
shooting
yeah.
11.2 balls a second. Like,
Yeah,
it's
and that's
not-
like- that's
it's
a whole experience,
not
you
much
know?
difference. But it's just, I can't even imagine like being able to. Music must be so fucking amazing. It must be so amazing, and to be able to feel the music.
I'd like to know how more advanced like someone's hearing is,
or
if-
taste,
or
or
taste is
smell.
that somebody who's never had that sense.
Like you literally walk to the door and you're not wearing cologne, you're not wearing anything like heavy deodorant, you're not wearing anything that should be a heavy smell, and you're like,
'Cause, like, I mean,
know you're
like-
here, I know that's you, or I know that's your footstep sounds. Like
yeah, and it's an interesting thing where it's like the saying is that when you lose one of the 5, the other 4 become enhanced, but from a realistic standpoint, it's not that they actually become enhanced as much as your brain just focuses on them more
exactly,
than
you
it
can
needed
focus,
to,
yeah.
because it doesn't have whatever that 5th was to like take away from.
That's another point. Yeah, exactly. It's not.
So
It's more
It
focused.
does become enhanced, but it doesn't. Like, it becomes enhanced more because you're focusing on it more, but it doesn't from a technical standpoint because it's the same it's always been.
Yeah.
But yeah, cool and interesting thing.
Never makes sense because like if you think about it, it's like somebody who didn't have like someone like Helen Keller who didn't have sight,
Sight or
sight.
She had smell. She
hearing,
didn't have sight or hearing.
or she couldn't talk. She was mute.
She couldn't
She
talk
could talk because
she couldn't fucking
Yeah.
hear her own words.
she couldn't talk because she was
Honestly,
deaf
it's one of those
deaf
things
and-
where you're deaf. If you're deaf and you don't have hearing aid, you're not going to talk because you don't know how to
Yeah.
literally.
But like
like,
in
say
that
it.
point,
And you-
in that same vein, her touch would be so sensitive,
or
or her
smell.
smell would be so sensitive.
So sensitive. She could smell
To
people
anything
fucking
around her,
2
yeah.
floors below her.
Yeah.
2 floors. She was in an attic.
Yeah.
She could feel the fucking door open or close. That's fucking crazy.
Mm-hmm.
That's like
You know,
sonar.
it's
it's like literally
we had,
fucking sonar.
Do you know Miss Adams from
Yeah.
some of
just-
the-
I used to sell
See,
to
I-
her at ABC.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And apparently she had a favorite band. Her favorite band was Linkin Park.
It's just the
So-
sounds.
Because
She,
she could hear
it's
the
the
vibrations. Yeah, she
yeah,
could feel the vibrations.
It's
and
literally the
stuff.
feeling.
So the thing is,
Cool.
she wasn't 100% deaf.
It was like
it's
70%
very
deaf.
low
It was-
decibels.
Yeah, like if you spoke
high
loud
decibels, I
enough,
guess.
Yeah, she could hear
she
you.
could hear you.
I
She
remember
wouldn't really
speaking
hear
to
what
her
you're
very
saying,
loudly.
but she
It was
could.
muffled. She could
Yeah.
speak. She could make out that someone was trying to talk to her.
She
Yeah,
got really
and
good
then-
at lip reading.
Yeah, and exactly.
And
but she used
my
to come into
great-grandmother
ABC like
was
she was one of the
very
regulars.
much like that,
Okay.
too.
Yeah.
My grandmother.
So like
was
that's
that.
that's how I communicated with her a lot of the time was like,
talking really loud.
it wasn't so much like
enunciating your
when she
words.
came in, I would say very loudly, "How are you doing?" to let her know that like I see her, I acknowledge her, and like she'd wave, and then like if she needed help, like she'd wave for us, and like because we let her know that like we know she's in the store, like we'd keep an eye out, like
Fucking
if she needed
full.
us. But she
Oh, I know. I was so I was like drinking a lot at the beginning, and now I'm like, oh.
Yeah, but like
I know,
a lot of the
though.
time at the register with Mrs. Adams, like when she was at the register and she was like looking at the pin pad and like you were trying to say something to her, just like a quick gesture and she'd look up at you, so she could like try to read your lips because she knew you were trying to say something. But like, oh, almost knocked over your
Be
beer
careful
there.
of that.
Keaton
It's,
saved it.
Yeah.
Best cat.
Actually,
the worst cat, but best cat.
best and worst.
Best and
West
worst.
and West.
He just doesn't agree with any food.
Fucking, I saw earlier today, like literally earlier today, I was on my way home from work. I saw at least 3 people, possibly
Oh, sorry.
4, just blatantly run a red light.
Oh my god, I saw that up
Jeez.
in Kissimmee.
Yeah. So like I was stopped. I was at a red. I was right up at the front, and just waiting for it to turn green. Traffic is going. I see it turn green. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I went, huh. Either that was really badly timed light, or those 4 people just fucking flat out ran it.
We just
They
flat out
flat out
ran it. We just didn't care.
Yeah.
I was exiting a major highway onto a minor highway, which is something, you know, you're going from something with no lights to like 441 where
Yeah.
and I swear to God, the light was red. 1, 2, 3, 4. Somebody was like, "Nah, fuck this," and almost crashed into the side of somebody. The person honked at them. They were like, "Brr!" They fucking flipped the person off like, "Fuck you, I'm going." I was like,
I'm going.
there's traffic cameras, you fucking crazy people. What the hell's wrong with you?
Yeah. Cause like the 4 cars, like they were literally just in a solid line. Like it was literally 1,
I'm
2,
dying.
3,
Oh my
4.
God. I haven't been around my cats in so long that I'm literally dying right now.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Cause I think they were just
Cat
part of the
allergies.
same line of traffic that was going through that intersection, but they did not want to wait for another cycle, so they were just like, "Fuck it, we're all going."
I mean, I think we've all been through that. It's like those lights for like they're green for literally like 5 seconds.
Yeah,
And
it's
you're like,
like-
fuck that. I ain't waiting another 5 minutes for this light to be green again.
Yeah. Well, like usually when that's the case, it's like when it turns red, you're the one car that like snuck through and everyone waits. But
Oh, yeah, no,
like
this
this
is
was
really
like,
just
no,
like a-
fuck it, we're all
Like
going.
an onslaught. There
If
is
we're
no
a
care.
solid line, no one's gonna hit us.
No one's gonna hit us. Or a solid line of cars. No one's coming after us. Troll Hunter! I forgot. But anyway.
Hunters of Trolls.
You never seen that movie? Have you seen it? Troll Hunter?
It's really good.
It's actually really good.
It's more of a girl, right? Oh, no. You're talking about the...
Troll Hunter. The movie. It's
Yeah,
a movie.
No, I
They're
know
eating
what you're
her.
talking about. I know what you're
And
talking
then they're
about.
gonna eat me. Oh my god. That's from a different movie.
God, yeah,
What's that?
It's Trolls
It's from
2.
Troll 2.
Oh
We've
my
talked about
God.
this.
God damn it.
Yeah. No, Troll Hunter's good. You should watch
Troll
it.
Hunter's actually really good. I thought it was going to be really fucking bad. And I was like, ha 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 ha. And then I was like, wow, this really drew me in. They did really well with their building of the idea that trolls are real over here.
You know what else was a really good movie that I thought would suck?
Hmm.
Wrist Cutters, A Love Story.
It was so good.
Cutters.
My
Yeah,
God, how
it's
can you
so
how can
good.
you hate anything that features Gogol Bordello?
I didn't know
Who?
at the time. Like that's how I discovered
Gogol Bordello.
Gogol Bordello.
Start wearing purple, wearing purple.
Da 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 da.
Start wearing purple for me now.
I still don't know what
All
you're
your
talking about.
sanity
And wits they will all banish. I promise.
It's just a matter of time. So yeah. Yes, start wearing
You really need to
purple,
watch this
wearing
movie.
purple.
Apparently. Cause dang, I don't know what you guys talking about. But
No,
Or,
so,
like,
or
hype.
through the roof underground.
That's like the fucking main song for the entire movie.
Yeah,
By
and
the
it's
way.
it's funny because like the Go Go Bordello tape is what's in the fucking cassette player of the fucking car, and it gets sucked into the black hole that's under the
So
passenger seat.
in the movie, one of the characters. So like the way the world works is when you commit suicide in this universe, you go to like a purgatory.
No, it's more of like
in a
you
sense.
if you commit suicide, you go to in the world. It's not even just like in the world. It's like it's
It's
literally
like-
set in like current time.
Yeah,
of when the movie was made.
it's a mirror of our current world, but it's essentially like a purgatory. It's neither heaven nor hell.
not even that.
Okay.
It's- yeah.
And it's
It's a God's
you-
waiting room.
Yeah, and you appear how you died. And there's all kinds of like weird ass rules where like you can't smile or laugh. And one of the characters is based on the lead singer for Gogol Bordello.
Really, I didn't know that.
Yeah. Eugene
Okay.
in the show is like, or in the show, Eugene in the movie is based directly off of Eugene, the lead singer of Gogol Bordello. That's
Is that
why.
they featured so many of his songs.
Yeah, because it was
Interesting.
his band's music that was in his car when he died. Like, it was his band's cassette tape. That's why, like, Gogol Bordello is so
Wait.
prominent throughout the soundtrack.
Did the lead singer die?
No, he's still alive.
Oh, okay.
It's just the character is based on the singer.
Funny, and it's weird because like under the passenger seat is called the black hole.
Yeah, anything that
Oh,
gets
wow.
dropped under the passenger seat is gone forever.
Gone forever.
I've had cars like that, literally.
But honestly, if you haven't seen it, you should watch it.
It's really
It was-
fucking
it was
What's the name of the
really-
movie?
Wrist,
Wrist
Cutters,
Cutters,
a love
Wrist
story.
It's
Cutters.
Wrist
a
Cutters, a love story.
Okay.
Yeah, it's super fucking good.
It was
I'll
very
watch
good.
it. I'll have to
It was
watch
on
it.
Netflix for a very long time.
Yeah.
And then they finally took it off, and I was very sad because it was such a good movie. It's a great indie film. It was a great indie film.
Yeah.
They did amazing with it.
Okay.
I think the most recent indie film that I watched was called Into the Badlands. Or
Into the Badlands is a show.
No, not Into the Badlands. God damn it! It's set in Australia.
Australia.
Yeah, and it's the Bad Batch. It's called the Bad
The
Batch.
Bad Batch.
It's got the guy. It's got God, what's his name? That played Aquaman.
Oh, Jason
Jason
Momoa?
Momoa.
It's got Jason Momoa.
Momoa.
Jason Momoa,
Momoa.
and this girl that actually a fucking pelagic. She is missing a leg, and it's like it's basically like these fucking people are. I don't think she's actually missing a leg. I don't remember.
It's like the guy in
If you're really bad, if you're terrible, like you're a fuck up in society, they throw you in the fucking Badlands. They fucking throw you in the desert, and like there's a whole society of literal cannibals. So
Jeez.
it was
What the
actually
heck?
a really good movie, in the sense of like it was very slow developing,
Mm-hmm.
and it kind of just came out of nowhere with some of the story, but cinematography wise, it was great. And then like wrap up, it really left me with a lot of questions, but at the same time, it was like I could deal with that ending. It wasn't too bad.
Yeah.
It was, and I honestly really liked it because of the way they set everything up. There was still a lot of like really quiet scenes, awkward staring. Cause it's indie.
Mm-hmm.
We don't talk. We're bad.
yeah.
I recently watched my friend Dahmer.
My friend Dahmer.
Yeah, have you seen that?
No.
It's about
It's about Jeffrey Dahmer.
Yeah, it's about
Really?
yeah.
Yeah.
Very clearly about Jeffrey Dahmer.
Yeah, well, it's written from a guy who was actually friends with Jeffrey Dahmer in high school.
Wow.
Oh.
Yeah.
Like
So you
close
get-
friends with him.
Yeah.
Close enough to
Close
say
enough to
something.
actually, yeah, exactly.
Like have,
Was there,
have a
like,
literal like
A degree of
truth.
like
Or
truth, like
is he
kno-
making money
knowing-
to make money, or is he like
after
actually...
finding out about Jeffrey Dahmer, like looking
No,
back
he
in
can see
hindsight?
he can see like a few things. Like there's this one scene with this one. At first they're kind of like friends with him because they know they can get him to do ridiculous things in public. because apparently they used to tell like, oh, go into this crowd and like scream like a maniac, and Jeffrey would do it. And there's this one scene in the movie that
Are you serious? Interesting.
yeah, he used to make all these weird noises in public and whatnot.
Wow.
And this guy used to like, oh yeah, go do it, you can do it. Like they were like friends, kind of. They were like more of like friends, like in the fact that like, oh, we can make this guy do what we want.
Yeah, and that's fucked up.
It is. It's
Because-
fucked up. And there's this one.
I feel like nowadays people have a little bit more. I can't say that because I can't say that. High school is so different than what it used to be.
It is very, very different. But
You know,
like
and
I feel like there's
it's
I
one of
feel
those
like there
things,
is
like,
a degree of more
it's-
empathy now than there used to be.
There's more
I don't know.
empathy
I
now,
mean,
but,
like shit, man. We had Quarter Kid. People would throw fucking quarters to make him chase quarters and chase quarters, and he knew the difference between the sound of a nickel and a quarter hitting the fucking ground. 'Cause
Yeah.
he
was
actually
autistic.
he actually was autistic, and the fact that people like continued to throw quarters does not give me hope for fucking humanity because like
no, and they're always
God,
they're
our
always gonna be
generation
those
is
people. I mean,
fucked.
everybody always makes fun of the person who doesn't meet the status quo. You
But
know,
you
It's
shouldn't.
like
You
shouldn't.
really,
No,
you really shouldn't. You
No,
really
it's
shouldn't
totally not.
because everybody is a person deep down inside, and everyone has feelings, no matter how fucking broken that person is. And sometimes all that person need is a positive influence in their life to not let them become a fucking serial killer, or not fucking become a mass murderer. And you go out and fucking shoot everybody. You know, like really, just everybody
Yeah,
loves
it's
everybody.
really
and
all.
it's so
It's
very
really all
hard.
about upbringing and everything like that.
It is. It really is.
Because like
coming
you
down
know,
to
you
the
look at it
upbringing.
like I'm reverting it back, going back to like, you know, Jeffrey Dahmer and stuff. You know, he had a very toxic family life. You know,
and he had a
his
toxic
mom-
friend group.
His mom didn't pay attention to him. His mom was like a fucking like drugged up like psychopath pretty much.
It's unfortunate.
And his dad was pretty much normal.
I remember hearing this
Well, like he
story
wasn't around. I feel like.
about Jeffrey Dahmer where him and his mom were eating dinner together and she was like, "I don't like your friends, Jeffrey," and he went, "That's fine, just eat the salad."
It's terrible. It's terrible.
But no, there's this
It's a
one
fake
scene.
story.
Oh, it's
It
still
was
terrible.
It was a joke.
It's still terrible. It's still terrible. I hate it.
There's this
don't wanna hear
there's
the
one
story.
scene in my
Even
friend
if it's
in
fake.
my friend Dharma where like they're going fishing, and the group that he goes fishing with, you know, they catch the fish and they're like, oh, look what we caught, and then they like take it out and they throw it back in the. They just throw it back
Yeah,
in
catch
the,
and release.
Catch and
Instead of-
release,
instead
exactly.
of-
Well,
instead of,
actually,
like catching, you know, if you're not gonna fucking eat it, then don't kill it. There's really
But like Jeffrey caught this fish. Jeffrey caught this fish, and like, you know, he was looking at it, and they were like, all right, Jeffrey, you can let it go now. You know, it's cool. We've all looked at it, and like he took it, and like he looked at it for like 5 seconds, and then like instantly took a knife and like started stabbing it and like fucking ripping it apart. And they were like, Jeffrey, what are you doing? What are you doing, man? And he just looked at the fish, and he was like, I just really want to know what its insides looked like. And like he had like an outside shed where like he used to take roadkill from roads, and he used to put it in acid, and like so that it would literally just become bones, and then he would just like keep the bones and stuff like that. And like he had like a whole shed of like these dissolving animals and stuff like that.
It's terrible. He would like steal neighborhood pets and stuff. I do remember reading about that.
Here we go, ending another episode on a horribly depressing note.
Horribly depressing. No.
Life is not like this, guys. Life is happy sometimes.
Fucking amazing.
It
This is super good. Funky Buddha, I want you to keep doing what you're doing. This is amazing. The Living Barrel.
It's good.
It's super good.
It was nice.
You should lower the price.
It is very expensive.
It's very expensive, but it is a very, very, very good beer.
I'm actually gonna give it a 9.
I was gonna say I'm gonna give it a 9. I'm gonna give it a 9 out of all the stouts we've had. Past
Yeah, honestly,
my
this is
favorite, the
super
Nitro
good.
Vanilla Porter that Breckenridge makes.
Oh,
This even blows that out of the water.
I was gonna give it a solid 10. Like
Whoa.
it's got everything that I would look for.
In a stout, it's a
Like-
breakfast beer. I'm gonna give it a 10.
Yeah,
100%.
Like
I'm gonna give it a 10.
In a breakfast stout, this is easily everything I would want.
I agree with
in
you.
a breakfast stout. This is 10 out of 10.
Yeah, absolutely. It's heavy bodied. It's really light on the tongue. It's got a long-lasting flavor.
It is a beautifully crafted beer.
It is. It really is.
It is. Everything's been thought of.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, I'll go.
Adam,
I'll go.
thank you so
Yes.
much.
Amazing.
Thank you, Adam.
I still have more.
Aha.
Yeah.
Chug,
Enjoy it.
I will, as I take little sips.
Slow sip it.
It is a slow
Slow
sipper.
sip.
It really is.
It really is.
I don't see how you could drink a whole bomber. There's no way.
Oh, it took me a long while. It was like 2 hours over that bomber that I had.
Ding.
No. 2 hours, maybe. Yeah, probably. I can see that.
Yeah, like I literally, after opening it, I kept the bottle in the fridge while I drank the glass.
because the glass would get warm. Like you would have the,
Yeah.
the
That's what
beer in your
that's what you
glass
gotta
would
do
get
with
warm.
this type of beer.
So this
Yeah.
is 2 1/4 glasses.
At least. This is, what, a 24 ounce?
It's a 12.6.
It's a pint.
A pint and 6 ounces.
Pint and 6.
Okay, pint.
Yeah. So,
2 1/4.
yep, 2 1/4.
2 1/4 glasses. Thank you for joining us on the Bar the Rest tonight.
Thank you. If you like what we're doing, leave a like in the comment.
You're so cute.
Subscribe. Okay.
Again, if you have any topics for us or anything that you would like to hear us talk about, leave us a comment on Facebook or YouTube. If there's anything that you hate that we're doing, if you hate us in general,
leave a comment.
You can also leave a comment.
DM.
I've honestly been begging for this hate mail. I feel like I'm
We
gonna
really
get
haven't
it.
gotten any.
I know. I've been begging for it. It's my favorite. I
We,
feed off
we
the
haven't
hate.
gotten a single, like, you suck or fuck you. Like,
Nothing. We haven't even gotten a you're
We
great.
need more
Everyone
fucking
hates us. They hates us. They hate us so much. God damn it, you fucking millennials! You don't want to say nothing. We'll say it to your face.
But we're millennials. You can see you fucking millennials.
That's an Andy sound.
Yeah.
We'll talk about this later. Have a wonderful night. Thank you for joining us.
Bye!
Bye bye.